Good evening, everyone. 食飽未啊 ，Tony？ 食飽啦 ，OK。你自己食唔俾我食 ？So bad one. That's a smile, man, bro. Well done. Okay. Stop doing that, lah, Luoling. You know I got no hair to do it. Okay. Stop, Hazel. So 怡寶，哇 I say stop doing your hair. All everyone 冚唪唥都做那個頭髮啦。你咩意思啊 ？What is the purpose of doing that? Are you very bad? Today I very stop it, Jiraiya. Don't show comb your bloody hair again. I'll do again. I go to the house and whack you. Okay. Yeah, stop doing that, guys. Okay, just kidding. All right. I just want to make myself a bit awake. So because today I think I went to see doctors and I think the medicine make me very drowsy at best. Congratulations to those of you who have passed your tests with flying colors, hard work, space, resilience, and responsibility and perseverance. Congratulations to those who have scored very, very well. Like Luoling, you got A1 for both history and English. Well done to you. Okay, let's go.
Do you consider yourself to be a responsible person?
Sorry. Wait, give me a minute. Give me my fault. All here already? Already? See, you cut your hair. It doesn't look like you, like. Okay. Can we have all the full face like Tony like that, like Si An, like Yi Bao, okay, like Jiraiya, like Ziting, yes, Ziting, thank you. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is a speech. So do like a speech. All right. If not, I will ask you to read 10 times until I'm happy. Let's go.
Do you consider yourself to be a responsible person? Why and in what ways? I remember that memorable day that made me proud of myself. It was an award ceremony for those who did well in secondary 1. When my teacher was giving out the character award, she called out my name for the best in showing responsibility towards my teachers and peers. It was a memorable day for me since I got another award, which was the top 4 in standard for my class and the best in showing responsibility. That day was an indication of the months of hard work, resilience, and responsibility attitude that paid off through my academics.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Is it true you got these 2 awards?
Yeah, actually true.
Sorry. You got it your last year for these 2 awards. That means you got your EduSave award also, right?
Yeah.
Well done. How will you feel? Is this the first time you get this award?
Yeah, to be honest, first time.
First time, how do you feel, seriously? Euphoria? You know what's the meaning of euphoria? Super duper whooper happy. Euphoria is like, wow.
Yeah, I was really wow. I was really wow, yeah.
Yeah, I think do you really have the joys of tears?
Joys of tears, like not that joy until tears, but that feeling of happiness, like, wow, my hard work and resilience and responsibility paid off after all that training was worth it, you know.
I like the word. I like the word you say, worth it. Yes, it's definitely worth it. Okay. Yes, carry on.
So I think it's score up.
Hey, Jiraiya, you were same class with Rainer, right? Rainer, right? Remember the guy Rainer and Luis? Were you the same class? Okay. Thanks. All right, so this is a speech. Let's go.
Good morning, teachers and my fellow classmates. I am quarreling from Tuatu. I always ask myself, do I consider myself to be a responsible person? As a matter of fact, I do consider myself to be a responsible and resilient person. Today, it is my honor and privilege that I am going to share why and how I show responsibility in my actions as well as in my studies. For starters, I would like to first share a quote by Abraham Lincoln. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Why is it important to be responsible? You might ask. There are definitely many benefits of being responsible. Taking full responsibility for our life allows us the satisfaction and contentment of knowing we did our utmost best. In fact, even if the outcome is not as we had hoped or anticipated, knowing that we were in control and we couldn't have done much more will give us the peace of our minds. In essence, personal responsibility helps us to take control of our choices and our own perceived reality. It is undeniable.
Sorry,
that
I won't disturb your speech. So I will not tell you anything. Sorry. Later I will read your speech again. I'm serious. Where are you? Sorry.
Oh,
I'm lost.
it
Is
is undeniable. It is
Okay.
undeniable that personal responsibility or individual responsibility is crucial because responsibility helps us regulate our life properly and prevents us from derailing our mental and physical health. Firstly, I would show responsibility by taking responsibility for my actions. Taking responsibility for how we act requires the realization that we play a part in every situation or experience. Therefore, we must have some degree of responsibility over the certain outcomes or consequences. Needless to say, taking responsibility for our actions is often been referred to as accountability. Taking responsibility for our own actions is important in our relationships with our loved ones and within ourselves. Internally, acknowledging the effects of our behaviors and choices will boost our self respect, improves mental health, and builds a sense of self control over our life. For example, if I made a mistake, I will own up to my mistakes and ensure that I do not repeat the same mistake twice. Another aspect of responsibility that I will show is taking responsibility for my daily homework. Homework teaches children to be independent, to take initiative and responsibility for completing a task. Eventually, it helps students to develop a sense of self-discipline and resilience. Doing school homework at home helps us to practice working alone without asking others for help from our classmates and teachers. That takes me to my next question. How do you take responsibility for your studies? To do that, we need to become a very organized and structured person. If you are not ready, develop a list, develop charts, develop timetables. It is really important that we know which activity we are doing. It is really important that we organize our day-to-day activities, since if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. The most satisfactory conclusion that I can come to say is that being responsible is really important. It is true that being responsible isn't easy since it requires us to be dependable, keeping our promises and honoring our commitments. Taking responsibility is accepting the consequences for what we say and do. True, though being responsible, we will be able to develop our potential and character. People who are responsible don't make excuses for their action or blame others when things go wrong. Definitely, we can all do our part and start being responsible today. I would love.
Yeah, I don't want to share with you this one. That one, my one. Okay, I specially dedicated to Tony, Jeriah, Hazel, Yi Bao, Si An. 中恒子婷心远 and not for you I jealous of you. Okay, thank you so much. This is read by Luoling. Now my turn to read. Okay, Tony, see this is the second time. Let's see how good I am. Ready? I remember that memorable day that made me very proud of myself. It was an award ceremony from those who did well in secondary 1. Cannot, Hazel? Cannot? Cannot. You are very good. You purposely write 鸡蛋糕. You think I'm good or not?
Yeah. Yeah, A1 student. A star for real.
Tony, your friend, you see, mock at me, laugh at me. Or you seriously, you also say good. 鸡蛋糕.
I never mock at you.
Thank you. After the whole thing ended, you will switch off. Oh my God, this stupid idiot Uncle Raymond read like hell, read like shit. Oh no. I remember that memorable days that makes me proud of myself. I want you to see my posture. Seriously, that's why I put in full view. It was an award ceremony for those who did well in secondary school, especially Sec1, which my teachers are giving out the so-called characters awards. She called out my name for best in showing responsibility towards my teachers and my peers. It was a memorable day for me for the rest of my life, I would say that. Since I got the awards, which was the top 4 in standard for my class, and the best in showing responsibility. Wow, you may say. That day was an indication of the mountains, of the moment, is it mounting? Or of the month, sorry, one more time. That day was an indication of many months of hard work, dedications, resilience, responsibility, attitude that finally pay off my academics result. Good mornings, principal, vice principal, teachers, and my fellow schoolmates. I am Rawlings from 2R2. I always ask myself, do I consider myself to be a responsible person? Well, as a matter of fact, I do consider myself to be a responsible and resilient person. Today, it is my honor and privilege that I'm going to share with you why and how I show responsibility in my actions as well as in my studies. For starters, I would first like to share a quote by Abraham Lincoln. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by invading its today. It is very true. That's what we say, 今天的事今天毕. Well, it is important. Why is it important to be responsible, you may ask? Well, there are definitely many reasons and benefits of being responsible students, as well as a future responsible citizens. Taking full responsibility for our life allow us to have the best satisfaction and contentment of knowing we did the utmost best. In fact, even if the outcome is not as what we are expected or anticipated, knowing that we are in control and we couldn't have done much more will give us the peace of mind. In essence, personal responsibility helps us to take control of our choices and our way of own to receive the realities, which we say before, to be or not to be. It is undeniable that personal responsibility or individual responsibility is crucial because responsibility helps us to regulate our lifestyle properly and prevents us from derailing our mental and physical strengths. Firstly, I will show you the responsibility by taking responsibility for my own immediate actions. Well, taking responsibility for how we act requires the realizations that we play a part in every situations or in our own experiences. Therefore, we must have some degree of responsibility over certain outcomes and consequences. Needless to say, taking responsibility for our actions is often being referred to as accountability. Taking responsibility for our own actions is important in our relationship with our loved ones and with within ourselves as well. Internally, acknowledging the effects of our behaviors and choices will build self-respect, improve mental health, build a sense of self-control over our life. For example, if I make a silly or intelligent mistake, I will own up to my mistakes and ensure and enforce that I do not want to repeat the same mistake twice. As I said before, once bitten, twice shy. Another aspect of responsibility that I show is taking responsibility for my own actions by doing my daily homework. Well, as we know, students are kind of afraid and scared of doing homework, but not for me. Well, why do I say that? Homework teaches children to be independent, to take initiative and responsibility for completing. To me, it's not a very difficult task, but a task that we need to complete. Why? Eventually, it helps us, the student like ourselves, to develop a sense of self-discipline and resilience. Doing school homework at home helps me or help us to practice working alone without asking for help from our classmates and teachers as well. That takes me to my next questions. How do you take responsibility for your study? To do that, children and students, we need to become a very organized and structured person. If you are not ready, develop a list, develop a chart, develop a timetables. There are many ways to make sure that you complete a task. It's really important that we know which activities we are doing. It is really important that we organize our day-to-day activities. As the saying goes, if you fail to plan, well, you should know you plan to fail. The most satisfactory conclusion that I would like to give to all of you here is that I come to take it that being responsible is the really very important in our daily life. It is true that being responsible isn't easy, since it requires us to be dependable, keeping our promises, and honoring our commitments, which I think is really very important. Taking responsibility is accepting the consequences for what we say, for what we do. Every single action is really accountability. Through being responsible, you will develop our potential characters. People who are responsible don't make excuses for their actions or blame others when things go wrong, right? This is very common. Well, definitely we can all do our part and start being responsible today. I would love to end with this by saying that it is only when you are truly it's only when you take responsibility for your life that you discover how powerful you truly are. By Eleanor Hans. Thank you for listening to my speech. Please, thank you. Okay, I hope that this is the first time I've been giving speech in school before, in presentation, you name it. And recently on the Earth Day, I also give some small speech to ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Earth Days. I would like to introduce my founder, Miss Fanny, who coming here all the way from Indonesia to present to you what is about Earth Day and how can we help to protect and prevent all these unnecessary pollutions. May we have a round of applause and welcome Miss Fanny, something like that. So this is what I think I was very, very, very happy that Rolling, that when you say, Uncle Raymond, can I change it in the speech? And my goodness, Jesus Christ, when I read this, it's like, oh my God, this is something that I want to see all the students be creative. Need not have to, Tony, you need not have to say, Uncle Raymond 说要这样做，你就要这样做. You can just tweak a bit and ensure that you learn from that. I mean, seriously, since you start off with an introductions with a quote, why don't you end as a quote? You know, you make it more balanced off, right? So, I mean, this is the first time you're doing the speech as well, so it's okay. You can see my gesture here, not too much, not too wide or wild, you know. But that why you do that? Because, Rolling, sorry, maybe you did not know. By right in speech, you must give some gesture, movement, and your attention must be like that, shifting, but not too much, right? Not too much of too loud. But at least you say, well, you know, if you watch those. Oh, by the way, I used to attend Speech Academy for a short while, and they train me how to do presentation, which is very important. Seriously, All right, because your life will be in the real world. You're going to do this kind of presentation and speech a lot. So I hope that there's, you see, realize I pause for about a few seconds. I catch my breath. In fact, today, honestly, I'm not very well, but I do it with my utmost best because my student here, my leaders here, who has written a very wonderful and awesome speech. And therefore, I need to present it according to professionalism, perfections, and produce something that you guys will be the next leader, no? That you are going to read this. And seriously, by right, you're supposed to come out, because unfortunately now Zoom cannot. If you're supposed to come out and stand there and do presentation. Okay. Well done. All right, it's definitely an
Uncle Raymond, I found your marking error.
Where?
Up. Go up.
More
up. Wait, no, stop. Go down. This page. Wait, no, go up. Go.
Yeah?
No, up.
Okay.
Up.
Yeah?
Up. Go up. Stop. It says, as a matter of fact, I do consider myself to be a responsible and resilient person, but you wrote resilience.
It's a VT. See you.
No, what? Resilience is a noun. Resilience is a noun. You can't use a noun to describe a noun.
It's a T. All right, it's a T. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Let me change. So it's supposed to be a T here. Resilient. Yeah, because there's a person responsible. This is supposed to be an adjective, right? That's right. Thank you. Because I was too much on the topic that we're talking about, resilience and responsibility. Thank you for that, Hazel. So thank you. Yeah. So you pay attention by looking at the essay. Wow. Good handwritings. Good start. How long it take to write this?
If you count in the research, because I did research on the quotes and all that, probably around like an hour.
Good luck to you, because if you are doing that, I mean, not sarcastic. Good luck to you. If you have this kind of habit to do these things, that means you are prepared to go for A-level. Okay, A-level general paper is not easy. You have to do a lot of research, and then you have a lot of quotes. So yeah, this is I like to share with you. Well done. Okay, now I don't see my full face with you. Going down. Too high. So must be like that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Ayo, poor thing. Are you okay? Okay. Oh my God. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, let's start from this one. Go back to thank you, Lole, for your this wonderful essay. Thank you very much. I think all of us enjoy this and give you ideas of what we're going to do for your speech in future for writing that. So Tony, in Singapore, we have speech, we have proposal, we have email, we have formal letter. We have 7 different types, or even we have article, newspaper article. So we have 7 different types of ways of writing situation writings. Okay. So yeah, this month we are talking about resilience and responsibility. We are talking about AZ factors now, and then the compass of life and leadership talk. Okay. So I believe all of you have completed your exam, right? Not yet, Zhonghen. So slow. Which subject?
History and science.
History and science. Yibao, finish already? So by this week must finish, correct now?
Next week is math.
Sorry?
Next week is math.
Next week,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And who is out? Is it Jiraiya is out? No, Jiraiya, who is out? Hao Xuan, you're in? Yibao, Xingye, is it in? Xingye, Zhonghen, yes. But someone is out, eh? Who? Who is not in? I just answer. I just curious that who is not in? Zhonghen in.
Uncle, I think it's Sian.
Who?
Sian.
Oh yeah, Sian, yeah, correct. Thanks. I think Sian is having a poor nose flu. As mentioned that this month we are talking about resilience. For three main criteria is to be a great leader, a leader of tomorrow for a better future for all. So this month is talking about leadership. And thanks, it's none other better way than bringing your speech about resilience, about, talking about responsibility. Just nice, just nice, well done. Well done, Rolling, well done. Okay, and a good 1 year, I see, just to share with all of you, Rolling took about 1 year and 1 month. Thank you for your birthday wishes also. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Very grateful. Early in the morning, 6+ sent to me. Wow, I'm so grateful and touched. And really, seriously, I was waking up, I was so like, oh, okay. Hey, I was about to fetch my son to school. And from a C6 last year to an A1. And also the history that I taught you, though it might not be quite similar to those questions I saw. I just realized that your Sec2 history question has really totally a big, I think more than 50% difference from the way I taught history a few years ago in school. Seriously, quite different now. The structures is getting even tougher. Actually, if you cannot answer those questions, then don't even think of going to Sec3 for history or even pure history. Because those questions seems like really you have to think out of the box and have to do research, and then you have to do other things as well. So like example, you have to really go in to find watch the video, even some of them, or even look through the notes in the textbook is not enough. Okay, now this is the things that I hope you all continue to do well. So English language and Chinese language or any language. Oh, and thanks, Jiraiya. Well done, Jiraiya. You got A2 for your Chinese. Who can't speak very well in Chinese Mandarin. Well done. Yeah, well done. This is the platform, Tony. Is that we are not here to just to show off. Really, literally starting on to show off your result. But during the process of showing off your result, is your ABC, your attitude, behavior, and character that build up your result. It's not the result and then you forgot about your ABC, your attitude, behavior, and characters. So if you have worked both hand in hand with your good characters as well as good result, then you will move very fast. Okay, no point coming here to have good result, but your attitude, character sucks, and then don't come for my class. Okay, so today we are talking about B factors with you. Last week we talked about A factors, right? So now we're going to talk about the B factors. So I would like you, last week I used all the 20, so now also using all the 20, and later you have to do, okay? In order to do your best, you must come up with brilliant ideas. Your heart must be noble. And this is the basic things to require from you. In order to have the bountiful results, you must go beyond your call of duty. Sometimes you must have a strong bonding with your subjects. In order to brave yourself for these difficult times, you must have a lot of bombastic vocabulary. Yeah, well, if you want to breeze through your homework, it's not easy. If you want to bloom accordingly to what you want to do in future. Broadly speaking, it is not easy for you to study now because you need to buffer a lot of your time. Time is something that you need to. Recently, my students, because of time management, he behold and befell that he can't do much because he's a very OCD and a bit of autistic boy. Sadly to say, he nearly failed my exam because he's too focused on writing nice, pretty handwriting. Okay, and in order to prevent of your subjects, you must learn how to do things well in order to make sure that all the subject that you study is not belated. That means the information. So like those history that question you sent to me is like quite a bit belated or late or out of date information from what I taught many years ago. So now you see I have to upgrade myself if people are asking me for history questions. Okay, that's why I need to beware of the situations. In order to beware of the situation, sometimes you need to beseech to get the whole of the right information so you can blaze through the whole entire things. How? In order to breed for the best result. Okay, so sometimes you have to use these 20 words. I did not prepare this. It's just an impromptu. I just come and think of it on the spot now. Next lesson with my other class, I might be thinking of different ways. So now I would like you to hold on for a while. Later that I will choose a few like Si-an, you might choose 1 to 20, which one you want to do. Okay, so hold on first. Let me go through the other things first. Okay, the compass of a life. I think last week we went through this, right? So I need you to know to charge. I think one of my students, Sec1 student, really done this very fast. Yet I have not seen anyone submit this. It is very important that you need to charge your this and to tell me how can you be resilient. What is your target in life and what are your responsibility at this point of time? So after graduating from secondary school, or even say after Sec2, okay, like Jiraiya, what are you going to plan to do? What you are going to see for yourself? Now you know that your Chinese has improved. You are giving yourself more confidence. Okay, you look forward. So you are now hungry for more result. So it's not difficult to study a language. All you need to do, you must charge your path, your compass. I hope I can see this compass soon. It's a homework, to be honest. So today, come, let's go.
Wait, but like the thing is, where do I even submit it?
Where do you submit? Very good question. You can submit me. In Hong Kong, do you have WhatsApp?
Yes.
You can submit your homework, then you take a picture. You can send
Wait,
to.
so we do not have Google Classroom?
Good question, my dear. I used to have Google Classroom, but I got 3 reasons. This recording, I'm lazy to go to Google Classroom. Number 1. Number 2 is when you submit Google Classroom, I have to copy the whole thing and then put it, paste it, and mark there and send it to it. You see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's best like Luoling. What Luoling did was he wrote on the piece of paper, Tony. He wrote on a piece of paper. Then after that, you take a picture and send it to Uncle Raymond. So from there, what happened is that WhatsApp can open in the computer, right? So I will copy and paste it in the Microsoft Word. Then I'll mark. So Hazel, thank you. In fact, I was marking Luoling. No excuse. I should have checked a few times, but I'm just too confident. So I marked today of Luoling homework. So thanks for your second eye. Okay, so you see, no, thank you, really appreciate. Some teacher will be bang grudges to say why you correct my English and things like that. Hey, hello, excuse me, we are all human beings, right? We are not perfect, please. We are here to make as many mistakes as possible, so that Tony, you will not die in the war zone. You know what war zone, which is your exam hall. True enough. Right, like just now when I came back for my dinner, I saw a group of people practicing Muay Thai. You know Muay Thai, right? Muay Thai. You know it's Muay Thai, right? The martial art so it's at my park, Jiraiya, at my park, like, 因为他们没有地方 practice. So I kepo, like, I busybody ask them. Before they start, usually any martial art, any sport, you must do warm up, right? Correct? You cannot straight away do punching here. Then you know what they do? They do skipping rope. So Jiraiya, auntie was saying, I can't skip. I'm going to start and laugh at her. You skip, Actually, I don't want to laugh at her, She's too plump maybe to jump on the skipping rope. So am I. After I get slapped, she's just beside me. Okay. Tony, answer your question. So you on Luoling or whoever can just type in the chat group my handphone number. Okay. So everything Tony is through WhatsApp. Okay. Google Classroom, you know why? The thing is that sometimes you may not have access, your mom has access. I got experience, Tony says to share with all of you. Some of them got no access to Google Classroom. Then they send a few times. Then the hiccup, they cannot go through. So the best, if you use WhatsApp and send to me, or use your mother handphone to send to me, you know why, Tony? Is to tell your parents, hello, daddy, mommy, I'm doing homework. Please help me to submit my homework to Uncle Raymond. You see? So they know, oh, 我個仔有做 homework 嘅咧. You see, my son got do homework, my daughter. You get what I mean? Or sometimes it says, so there's a black and white. So Google Classroom, I had to go in, I had to pull out the file, I had to send to my colleagues. My colleague had to send to your mom to prove that you guys had done the homework. So I put everything in Microsoft Word. So I put there after everything PDF form. I send to you. I send it to whoever. Okay. Right. Thank you. Silan, are you okay? It's just now you're having a flu. Can So if you're not well, I will not disturb you. Just sit there and relax. Okay. The poor thing. The flu is very bad. The past few days I was having flu. How Shane? Let's go. Yeah, read now.
Ability to arrive on time, equipped and ready to learn. Respect yourself, your learning, and the learning of others. Resilience to work through challenges with a positive attitude. What is respect, resilience, and responsibility?
Sorry again.
What is respect, resilience, and responsibility?
Huh?
I'm reading about the one.
What did he say? Sorry, your mic a bit. Sorry, I really can't hear.
Oh, sorry, it's not my mic this time. My throat is too. What is respect, resilience, and responsibility?
What you're asking me a question, is it?
I'm just reading about the bottom.
Yeah, you're supposed to read everything for the class.
Yeah, but I've read it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I say I thought you want to ask me a question. So sorry, Hao Shen. Yeah, okay, a good start. Responsibility is to arrive on time. Today I was very fed up, Hao Shen. I supposed to have a meeting at 11 o'clock. I waited, I went to see a TCM, a Chinese doctor. I rushed back and I was having acupuncture. I rushed back just to have the 11 o'clock meeting. I waited until about 11:25. My boss tell me, oh, the meeting has been delayed because you overrun. Okay, I say 5-10 minutes, fine. Then waited. Oh, must be on 12 o'clock. He said, oh, so sorry, man, 12 o'clock. 我要去吃饭了. I mean, this is really got no responsibility in my opinion. Okay. Right, you already stated 11 minutes, then they want it to do it tomorrow and other days. So I'm see it's a respect and I'm a person who are very particular in punctuality. So touch wood, if one day I think some of you have seen that how long and Yibao, you know, last year I got a few times my WhatsApp cannot do and now I had to postpone, right? I cannot, no. If I delay, I will get very fed up of myself and I feel like throwing away my laptop. So punctuality is in my middle name. I love punctuality. So I don't like, even I go to school, I'm a discipline who catch latecomers. But some of my students are late. Usually I cannot take it, but if they are valid reason, of course I will respect their reason, right? Oh, Tony, correct. So some students, I believe have you been late for school before, Tony? Wow, cool, man, brother. Well done. I got a lot of students always cannot wake up early because they play games at night. Then they came to school. But I still bow to them. They are late, I still bow to them, Tony. So one day he said one day my counselor say, Mr. Shaw, they are late, why are still bow to them? I say, at least they are very resilient. Even though they come to school, they know they are late, they get punished, got detention, they still come to school, they want to learn. 对吗, Tony? Right, rather than they go to LAN gaming shop and play game. You know LAN gaming shop, right? Those LAN gamers will play, and then sometimes it makes with the wrong company, they'll take drugs, smoking, even worse. Right, so yes, today we are talking about these three again. So what is respect, resilience, and responsibility? May I have respect? I'm very tired. Ziting. Maybe to the class, please.
What is respect, resilience, and responsibility? Respect, resilience, responsibility, and reasoning are the four critical skills required to create a safer and more positive online environment for everyone.
Thank you. Have you read this before last week? Lisa? No. Have not? No. Okay, let me read. Okay, so thanks for today. What is the meaning of resilience? My resilience is there is no give up of hopes and desire to succeed in life. You must keep in all your efforts to withstand the dangerous wave of attack in an ocean full of risk, violence, and danger. But if you are able to stand tall and stand strong to spring back in great shapes and fight a tough battle to be the top of the crest, that is what I call resilience. Responsibility. Every human being on this planet Earth has his or her responsibility to ensure the success of being a good human. Yes, of course. To enable all living things to coexist and live in a tenacity world, to live a better, safe, and fulfilling lifestyle. To endure through tough, tormenting, and torturing times, and responsible for oneself upbringing. That's what Luo Ling was talking about his speech. You need to take responsibility, you need to take charge. You realize, for goodness sake, I think in 3 days' time, is it 3 days? 拜四、拜五、拜六, 3 and 4 days' time, is 天下的妈妈都是一样的. Mother's Day is coming up, right? So I think do you all agree that this Mother's Day is really every day supposed to be Mother's Day? Your mommy has been taking a full responsibility and resilience to raise you up, from the day you were born until today. So seriously, your job is now to be also responsible child, to make sure that you stay on track. You know what track? Hao Xuan, Jiraiya, Hazel, Yibao, Zhonghen, Xingyan 不在 Xingyan. What is the responsibility you need to take, Xingyan? Not to play Genshin. Yes, of course. What is your responsibility? Xingyan.
Study.
Yes. Your job now is full-time study. Seriously. You are a professional student. Don't go and think of what to make money. It's nothing wrong. See, if you want to make money in Genshins, to do design, do other things, it's okay. All right, but don't learn to do smoking, take drugs, play truants, gangsterisms, all these. No. But if you want to make some money, like doing some Pokemon card or doing some design or selling some of your Pokemon card to earn some money, fine. That means you are very entrepreneur. Nothing wrong. Please, your generation must be entrepreneur. Okay. Thank you so much. The 4 are respect, resilient, responsible, and reasoning. What does it mean to be a resilient person? Tommy. Can you read to the class, please, Tommy?
Yeah.
Can you read to the class, please, for this one? The one highlighted all the way. Thank you.
Resilience is the ability to bounce back.
It's resilience.
Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficult times in life.
Resilience.
Resilience comes from the lessons and skills we absorb as we grow up and as we face all of our difficulties, whenever they are. How do we show our responsibility?
How do we
Make
show respect
professional
and responsibility?
professionalism.
No, you read
Make
wrongly.
professionalism.
Is you how do we show respect and responsibility? Okay, carry on.
Make
Yeah.
professionalism
Yeah,
a
professional.
habit and demonstrate these simple yet powerful actions. First, say something. Second, smile. Third, say thank you. If it may seem like common sense, but many people forget to say thank you or don't say it with be considerate and discreet. 5, apologize. 6, participate constructively.
Take for example, Tony, this 1 to 6. Take for example for Uncle Raymond, when I take a leave. Inside, I believe you all take leave, you go home, unless you stay in landed property, you don't take leave. But you go to shopping center, anywhere you should take a leave. So take a leave, for example, okay, Hazel. You know, you go in the leave, sometimes your neighbor, right, got carry things or this. Then it's a Tilo. You know which floor? Correct. Or you hold on to the leave, right? Usually the person coming will say thank you to you, right? Thanks for holding the leave for me, right? Some 好像应该的嘞 like 我们欠他的 they go in, take it quiet. Then you know what I do? I will say something. I'll smile at the person. Thank you. Then they look at me like, yeah, I purposely thank you. 我说鸡蛋糕你没有礼貌的，你父母亲没有讲你教你礼貌。And sometimes it's really old auntie uncle. As if like, 你是晚辈你要尊敬我。Yeah啦，尊敬你I press the leave for you 嘛 ，correct 啦。But as a courtesy, you must say something and smile and say thank you 嘛。讲 thank you 会死会你一块皮then be considered and discreet, right? Sometimes like that, or accident in the leave. Sometimes what happened if in the leave I farted? Oh, sorry, I just farted. Sorry. Then everyone hold their breath. The Lord in my thinking, no, I don't do that. Apologetic means sometimes accidentally when I want to close the door, the lift door, I saw the person coming. Then I say I'll press. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Then of course you say participate constructively. Oh, it's okay, no problem. Or every time when I get out of the lift, when I see anyone who pushing the bicycle inside the lift, or someone holding something, or someone walking towards the lift, I will automatically, using my arm, will hold on to the lift. You know why? I don't want to press the buttons because sometimes button might cannot work. Correct. So I use the arm. So you see, this is a simple things inside a lift, and yet you can create a lot of incidents. Like, you see, it's my responsibility. Is it my responsibility to do that? No one. But it's my initiative to do that, to help my neighbors. So what does responsibility have to do with being resilient? Let's go. May I have Ibao?
What does responsibility to do with being resilient?
我跟你讲我今天我身体也是不舒服I'm also very tired and weak but I use my full energy to teach So don't read like that because the moment you read like that after 10 minutes later you don't hear my voice, okay, or don't see me don't blame me okay, Zhonghan, you call 995 okay, because you know why not Xing and Si-an and Tony, because the way Yiba read kill me he kill me softly 不要这么狠心宝贝我还要跟你玩 basketball 的let's go.
It takes a high level of strength and aptitude to wake up early every day in a unique physical and social setting, to try new things. For students, this could mean anything from rock climbing for the first time or paddling a canoe. In the backcountry, there are certain things that students need to do to have a safe and successful course. Sure, some things are optional, but many less glamorous.
Glamorous.
Glamorous. Day-to-day tasks have to be completed by the end of the day. The things that are normally easy back home becomes a new challenge. Finding a good place to sleep, preparing food, and cleaning after meals are no longer simple tasks. Of course, it's a challenge and learning experience for every student to complete these tasks each day while striving for excellence.
Hey, I'm telling you, serious, Yipao. When I was teaching in school, there's this, some soccer camp in the June holiday soccer camp. So when we have this soccer camp, some of the, no, all the students have to wash their plate and clean their things. I can tell you some of them, the way they clean their plate are horrible, man. Seriously, you know why not, Ziting? You know why Si-an? You know why Hao Xuan? You know why not, Xingyue? You know why Tony? You know why Jiraiya? Because my helper washed for me, I never washed plate before. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. So it's not a simple task. It's a difficult task for them. They even, when they eat hor fan, the boxes, they can't even fold the plastic nicely so that the gravy will not drip off. They can't even do that. They can't even how to hold a chopsticks because they have been using forks and spoons for the rest of their life. They forget they are Chinese. Sorry, I'm very particular with all these things. Seriously, it's the roots. So thanks, Yipao. Your reading second time much better. Well done. The first one, 好像 Uncle Raymond 死掉了嘞。你很伤心这样嘞。哎呀，我还没有死。Okay, well done, but well read. Okay, look at this one. I think your P5 or coming to Sec3, you will have this kind of camp. Or even in guys who are going for army, good luck to you. Okay, you're going to cook like this kind of things. Thank God I'm over with it. Okay, so responsibility is the key. Why is it the key? Let's have Jiraiya. Can we not? I heard you're sick. You know why he's sick? Ronnie, he's sick of me. Okay, let's go.
Responsibility is a major learning objective across every outward bound program. As an instructor, I take great joy and pride in watching young people realize that their peers are depending on each other for basic needs like food, water, and shelter. Rising to the call to help one another with these things, usually a pivotal moment. The tasks mentioned above are the ones that the group doesn't have a choice in whether or not they do. Learning this level of responsibility is crucial for the group to grow and reach its peak function. Lending a hand, embracing the
Maintain very boring. The maintain is a very day-to-day, 就是做一天和尚挑一天钟 that kind of boring jobs. Okay.
Mending and getting the job done in a professional and timely manner are all important lessons to use back home. Over time, as they learn how to live in a new setting and accept responsibility, the crew starts to thrive and adversity is easily handled.
I'm not sure you all know, thanks Jiraiya. I'm not sure you all know, recently we got the SEA Game, right? SEA Game. The SEA Game. And then when I watch Singapore football playing with Thailand and others, Jiraiya, I give up. Seriously. They want to say 2010 to go World Cup. Now it's already 2023. Oh my goodness. World Cup, yeah. World Cup as in application in a handphone at World Cup. Ayo. I really miss the time with Fandi Ahmad, all those old players who really play with passions and responsibility. Now you pay them salary, they can't even play a proper game. Hey, Jiraiya, that day I sent you a video about volleyball. Right? You see? This is called really they love the things, you see. They go beyond it. Seriously. Okay. All right, thank you so much for the. Okay, next one we will have. Who should I ask? Tuan, why not happy? I know you're playing games, so I purposely call you to read. I'm very bad. I break your games of thoughts.
With the current pandemic, each day is a new challenge. However, there are still things that need to be get done. I've heard from friends and family that lack of motivation and feelings of boredom have begun to permeate each day. Permeate each day. We are no longer able to leave the house and do the things that inspire us. At home, the modern tasks mundane tasks have become a little bit more mundane.
Yeah.
During these times, it's natural to feel frustrated, upset, and tired. There are days when the usual things that cheer me up don't give me the same level of joy. When these feelings begin to creep into a course, I usually hit pause and ask everyone, what are the things that we do have control over? We can't control the weather, the length of the trail, the shape of the river.
Yeah, the words mundane or mundane, it depends on how you read. Mundane or mundane. Okay. It's not the what?
The only thing that we really have control over is how we handle these factors.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll just stop for this one here. Okay, yeah, it's true. It's not easy. Where is Hazel? Hazel not in. Where is Yibao? Yibao also not in now. Where is Ziding? Ziding, I always see your ceiling. You're very bad. See your ceiling. I want to see your face. How is your history? You got back your paper already? Haven't? They sent to Australia or New Zealand to mark. Sorry. I also sent to Japan or Europe, different time zone. So long, you have been quite a while already, your paper, about 2 or 3 weeks already, right? Oh, correct, today. So long. You got back all your results already? No. Cannot talk to me. Okay, fine. Okay, with the current pandemics, what we are talking about here is that because of these pandemics, it changed our day-to-day lifestyle. It changed, I think, Tony, you can tell me that the past 2 years in Hong Kong was really chaotic, right? There are a lot of, have you seen any riotings, fighting, right, with the policemen, right? Remember the 2 years there were some fightings on the street?
Yeah, there was like a massive riot.
Oh my God. Is this the first time you see such a big one?
Yeah, there was a. Yeah.
Were you near that place there?
But there's.
Yeah.
No.
Also, you're lucky.
No. Yeah, it's like you won't see those riots in Hong Kong today because we got law. Because like Hong Kong just
No, but
passed
these people, I'm so sorry. I definitely pro Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I'm a person who are very anti-communist. I don't like communist rule. To be honest, I'm a history teacher. Of course, you have done. Hong Kong used to be for China because of the Opium War. You should know, that's why Hong Kong was taken by the British. So now the British, that clown, so-called the Sir Richard Benson, tells Singapore government not to hang the drug traffickers. Okay, it's really ridiculous. And he's the country who give drugs and opiums to my ancestor country, because my ancestor come from China. And that's why Hong Kong and Macau was lost during the Opium War 1 and 2. And now when Hong Kong returned to China, Hong Kong want to be resilient and take responsibility their own ownerships. They, of course, they call the SAR. They have their own different sets of rules, right? Okay, so you are involved, okay, Tony. So I'm not want to change your brains or whatever it is. Because you see, when that time we are seeing the riotings, okay, not all, who are causes this? Is it the Westerners? But because of
not sure. Like they're there's like rumors saying that it's from the Western,
Yes,
and
correct.
yeah,
In
it's like a lot of
country,
rumors. It's like you're not sure where is it from, but
you go and ask
still
your 爷爷奶奶 lah, huh?
still a lot of, yeah. My grandparents should say it's from the Westerns,
Your grandparents
and
will do support the so-called old system in China, maybe, yeah, but not the British. Okay,
yeah,
the British has been controlling based on, in fact, when you before you're born, if you watch a lot of Hong Kong movies, true story, they are also corrupted because of the British rule, make Hong Kong to be such a place that is not nice. But now you see, when China come in, even though I don't like communism, but you see, make Hong Kong so flourishing. So you see, it's really take many 2-3 generations to be responsibility and resilience. And your 爷爷奶奶 has went through the shit of their life before the transitions, the war during the Japanese occupation war, all these things and build up. And then when they are already, they want to settle and relax and see all the rioting is in what do you call, in Hong Kong, you feel very upset. Seriously, Rolling, you have Hazel number now. Have I? Can you send to her? Why is she up in the group? Okay, don't mind. Maybe it's a Wi-Fi or problem. So Tony, I have to come back to you because you are Hong Kongers, and you see you are the next generation of leaders. You have to make a very important decision because you see, if I'm your grandparents or if I'm your uncles, I feel very upset for the next generation of mine. What is the future behold? And you see that a lot of Hong Kongers left China because of a better place. In 1997, when Hong Kong returned to China at the time, a lot of Hong Kongers decided to get out of Hong Kong and come to Singapore and other parts. Okay, to be honest, Hong Kong is a very nice place. My sister is in Disney, in Hong Kong Disney for 10 over years. Okay, my ex-boss also from Singapore, he moved to Kowloon, Hong Kong Shanghai, Hong Kong's territory. That's a nice place. So you told me about the riots, things like that. You feel very sad as a business point of view. See, so in Asia we have 四条龙. Hong Kong is one of them. See, so you see, Tony, if Hong Kong were to screw up in the future, it's your job to let you screw up. True enough. People will curse and swear about you. Wow, these generations are not responsible enough, very irresponsible, no resilient, So you see, every generation has their own set of things to play. So I'm just sharing. So what you need to do now, Tony, is to make sure that you're very impartial. Make sure that whatever you do is for the sake of your family. So some people say that, oh, Hong Kong got no future, get out of Hong Kong. Same, Tony. I got friends in Singapore say Singapore government sucks. Singapore got no future. Singapore so expensive. Singapore is not a place to live. I got friends migrate to Melbourne, migrate to other countries. And I'm very supportive with my government here. But Tony, doesn't mean I supportive my government, I will agree to every single of your policy. True enough. I think you love your mom and dad, but sometimes when they say something, I believe, Tony, you might not agree them with 100%, correct? True enough. Yeah. Maybe the way they tell you things they want to do is good for you, but you realize that you know what is better for yourself. You're big enough, honestly. You may not be mature enough yet, but you're big enough to know what is right and wrong in certain degree. Right? So you see, if you see, if Singapore is so a sucks country, you will not have people like Luo Ling coming to Singapore, if Singapore is so lousy, why come to Singapore for what? Stay in your previous country, study, correct now. Same as Xing Yuan and whoever, Yi Bao, okay, or Si An, whoever, true now. Why come to Singapore? Because we take our thing with full responsibility and resilience. Any reply from Hazel? No. Give me a minute. I need to send this report to my boss to say Hazel in front of me now. Okay, right. Thank you so much, Tony, for the sharing with yours. The thing. So how you feel? Very scared. I hope. I think in your mind, Tony, you tell yourself, I hope this will not happen in the future of Hong Kong. Do not. Such a nice
it
place.
won't happen anymore.
It will happen again.
I said it won't happen again. It will not. It will
Yes,
not
I like
because
that.
there's a law.
It might, yes, because you realize in Hong Kong, 自己打自己人呢. Ayo, cannot. I see very hard pain. Seriously. And then the policeman, as a police officer myself, I see my fellow policemen from other country doing duty and being beaten out. I feel very sad. Of course, some policemen are too violent. Some of them say in the paid social media. But I look at it. Who started the violence first? Sometimes is it the rioters start first. Because as a police, we have to safeguard our own interests, right? But sometimes maybe they work until they're so stressed, they don't know what they do. Okay, that is human. All right, thank you. Next paragraph, may I have other than Xingyuan? We could choose, as of you could close.
When is we could we could close our eyes and be up. We can close our eyes and be upset with the weather, complain about a long day of hiking and refuse to go down the river. But aside from being unrealistic, that wouldn't help us in any way. So instead, we put on a jacket and embrace the rain, eat a snack to power through the last few miles, and ask for help to reach the bottom of the rapid. In my mind, this is the essence of resilience. We learn this by taking control over the few things that we can and working our hardest to do a great job, all while knowing that completing the task is a necessary endeavor. Endeavor.
Endover. Yes, correct.
Endeavor.
Yes.
Uh,
They forget to put a U beside the VOUR. This is an American spelling. Yeah, carry on.
This is the same approach that we ought to take the pandemic. I can't control the lines at the grocery store, but I can try my best to cook the best possible dinner with the ingredients in my pantry.
The same goes to you, Xing, and don't get angry with me. I know you and the other few of my students love to play Genshin a lot. Honestly, during the exam periods, my advice is play lesser. You still need to play. Like my son, even now this week he got exam. I will still give him 1-2 hours to play his Roblox, Minecraft, or even watch Mr. Beast YouTube or play some games. Please, all works and no play. Make Jets a dull boy. Seriously. But to be honest, if you all can put your game aside. There's a saying goes 没有玩不会死嘞，没有读书也是不会死。Okay, in English, if you don't play your games, you won't die. You won't take your piece of meat. If you don't study, you also won't die. But the thing is, the lateral one, the lateral one, that means the study. If you don't study well, you won't die, but you will not survive. You will have a hard life. Seriously, you need to take charge of your compass of a life. If you're not going to study well, honestly, what you want to do in life? You know, Hong Kong and Singapore, as well as in Malaysia and other parts of the world, those big cities like Kuala Lumpur, in Kuala Lumpur, or even Jakarta, or even in Taiwan's Kaohsiung, Taipei. These are all the big cities, Beijing, Shanghai. How are you going to survive through? There's one student recently, came from Shanghai to learn Sec4 private class English with me. So Jiraiya, I thought last week you will come, no? I thought you will be with her last week. So last week he came, but you were sick. So she came to my house. She shared with me a lot of things. It's good for you to learn from her. She's already 17 years old. She able to go into the 高考, Zhong考. She did very well for the 中考, but she came to Singapore and studied. Listen, children, to take private O-level in Singapore with 7 subjects, English, Chinese, A-Maths, E-Maths, pure physics, pure bio, social study, and history, the whole year cost her $16,000. $16,000, yes, 中文. 16,000, and the whole exam that she's taking in October, 中文, is $1,000 for the 7 subjects. And darling, you're Singaporean, no? You free. When you go to Sec4, your 7 subjects free. You think free. When my elder son took the exam, I'm so not embarrassed on Jiraiya. $500. I still got not enough money to pay for her this exam. I kid you not, man. Seriously, bro. I have to borrow for my mom to pay for the exam. As a teacher, seriously. This is recording. When my mom went to hospital for checkup, I don't even have $70 to pay for her medical bill. Until Tony, the nurse, look at me. I have to use my mom account to pay for her bill. Until now, got CHAS card, right? For the pioneer generation, right? You see? This social study. I'm not shameful, no, Tony. I'm not embarrassed. 每个人都有 ups and downs 的。There's a time when I nearly want to commit suicide in 2015. There's a time when I nearly have a car accident, and thanks to Joya Daddy, who sponsored me the tire. Okay, seriously. A friend in need is a friend indeed. So in this Zoom chat, everyone has their ups and downs. So Xingyan, you see, like by doing that, you say we can't tell the weather, we are doing this. So just sorry, guys. Sometimes, especially Tony, your exam is coming soon. To promote. Sometimes, sorry, Tony, I know you are damn freaking stressed. Is that, oh my God. Hey, it's okay. You still get, some student, sorry. Some teenager like you cannot, you know why not? Every morning wake up, they have to climb mountain and hill just to do EKE a living. To sell things. They can't even have the chance to go and study. So seriously, just shut up and do a good job. Just like this guy, you see, to climb up the mountains like that. Just complete your mission. May I have who else? Son, are you able to read now, my dear? Can Okay, come. Hey, what happened to Hazel?
I don't.
No idea. Rolling. Okay, come.
I don't doubt that once completing a course. Wait, what? Okay. I don't doubt that once completing a course, students have increased resilience to deal with challenges back home, like those brought on by the pandemic, by learning the true meaning of responsibility. The outward bound community has learned to thrive through challenge and, as I like to say, lean into the problems that used to push us in the wrong direction. Although we can be certain that returning to a new normal will be difficult and take a long time, we can also be certain that everything will be okay and we will return eventually. Life might be different and there will be hardships and bumps in the road, but accepting this while doing our best to control how we handle these hardships will truly define us as a society. Our resilience is being tested, and I know we'll pass the test.
I think I tell you, thank you, sir. While you're reading this, I feel a bit emotional, especially for my dad, and those who are 80 plus, 90 plus. These are the auntie and uncle who went through World War II, who went through the racial riots, the Maria Hatot, the Hotley bus riots, all the bloody things in life that they have to suffer through. And during the Independence Day, when the Malaysia and Singapore break away, and they went through the building out of the nation, went through a lot of up and down and shit in their life. And then after that, they thought, wow, son, they can relax, like bloody hell, the COVID-19 comes in. And maybe your next generation may not face all these already. Because sorry, all these auntie uncle who face World War II, okay, they might have time to share with you. But once they are sayonara, they gone. Your grandson or your son, will never have this experience. The most, Tony, your son will ask you, Daddy, I heard that time when this Hong Kong got riots that time in the 2020, you were this old. How do you feel? You say, whoa, of course scared because first time I seen this, never, it was so peaceful, but something like that, I was so surprised why it happened, it's like coming to World War III. But thank God, your Yeye Nai, which is your parents, went through all the resilient responsibility and make sure that Hong Kong is back. Seriously. This is so truly that this month topic is about resilience and responsibility. It's so right timing in May that because we are going to cross over to the second half of this year. And ladies and gentlemen, the 1 month's time you're going to go through it, it's going to be very resilient because you need to do what? To improve your study, to enhance your knowledge, to ensure that you not only pass your exam, you can leave a legacy, a story like Tony, to tell your next generation, hey, daddy make it, so how tough it is, things like that. And especially the one we accept for students, the private candidates who came to my house. I told you $16,000. They say, how are you going to go through? They say, poly, it's going to cost her double of the things, $30,000. 哎，你们身为是新加坡公民跟 PR really appreciate life 好好把书读好。 Seriously, there are foreigners who come here pay like nobody business, so expensive. And they told me, she told me also and Zhonghen and Ziding, those students who do the private candidates half of them 整天不要读书抽烟relax all these things 父母的钱很辛苦的your parents hard earn money. So thank you for this reading that you see our resilience is being tested. And I know you have passed your test already, for these 3 years in the COVID. You realize that the 3 years you miss out a lot of things. You miss out your primary 5 National Day camp, the visit of the National Day. You didn't go, right? You cannot go, right? And then your study, your CCA had to go through Zoom, all this nonsense. Oh my goodness. My goodness. So can you finish this for me?
Nick Mac. What?
Nick McEachin? Nick
Nick McEachin.
Nick McEachin.
Nick McEachin is an outward bound instructor who splits his time between Central Oregon and Salt Lake City. His passion is looking at the edges of the map for adventurous ways to travel across landscapes and waterways with his friends. He enjoys drinking coffee in his sleeping bag and paddling into a headwind.
That's life, son. When you're an adult, you can choose what you want to do. Once you complete your study, I think your parents will respect you. If you have not 你不是做伤天害理 not go and kill people, go and cheat people, all the scammer. As long as you do the right things, you do this with the society, we respect you. Okay. Now next, this is the one for phrases. I think Rolling, you have used it. Okay, so I would like you all to do this later on. Give it a time. So this one after this today will be taken away. I hope you all really look through it and make use of it and send to me as homework. Like for example, like introduction. It is often said that resilience and responsibilities are twins because they work with one another in order to make this something like that. Okay, the first thing that needs to be said is that resilience is all about something like that. On the other hand, we can observe that responsibility is all about something like that. Okay, in conclusions, that the most satisfactory conclusion that we can come, you copy this, right? You use this. Hey, copycat! You use this for your speech, right? Well done, you see? Different, huh? You feel good, right? Well, you really done your research. You see, I know, because that day I went through with the other group of students also talk about that. Okay, next, this is, even though your exam is over, sorry, we are preparing for your final year exam. By next week, you guys must give me your time for this coming to the face-to-face exam. Tony, sorry, because you cannot fly all the way from Hong Kong to Singapore to take exam, so you'll be excused. Unless you are coming for holidays, then you can come here and enjoy the torture with the rest of your classmates here. Okay, this is the 4 questions. Did I go through last week? Today. You all choose already, right? Oh, yeah. What happened to Hazel? Okay. Now I want you to spend some time for this one here. Give me your introductions now. You all have this question right here. You all choose already, right? I'm going to talk to Hazel. Yeah, please spend some time calling her now. Your introduction, go. Yes. Write your introduction now. Okay, Rolling completed already. Hazel is not there. So Hao Xuan, Ziting, Yibao, Xingyuan, Zhonghen, Sian, Duraya, of course. Tony. Tony, which question you want to do? Tony, are you there? So can see.
Is it like I choose between 1 to 4?
Yes, that's right. One of them. These are the 4 questions that in Singapore, when they are in set 4, they have to choose one question for their GCE O-level express and NA questions. You change to 1 already, Hao Xuan? You want to do 1? Okay, then do 1. Then give me your introduction. Tony, you choose 3. Okay, fine. Let's do 3. Just that introduction only. Hey, Rolling, since you have, can you help me to type your introduction and put it here? 可以吗？No need to call 若琳。黑色家里的电脑坏了。They can use handphone 吗？好 ，can 了。I always think that being a teenager is very easy and carefree. Can you write down carefree? Easy and carefree, 对吧？好，星远。Easy and carefree. Having more freedoms compared to being a child, making new friends, learning new and interesting knowledge. Do not put ETC in your essay, Tony. When you're writing an academic paper in exam, do not put ETC, etc. You should put like this: learning new and interesting knowledge and many others. Okay, and many others. Okay, thank you. But I was wrong. Being a teenager is more stressful than what I expected. Than what I have expected. Thank you. Okay, stop here, stop here, stop here, stop here. Look here, look here. Guys, stop here. Zhonghan, I really don't feel like reading this. Can you help me to read this? No, I think yeah, Jiraiya first. The first paragraph, second paragraph, Zhonghan. Third paragraph will be Ziting, and last paragraph will be Luoling. Okay, go.
Dear mother, happy Mother's Day. Whenever we go to the beach, it reminds us so much of you as we talk about you when we walk along the bay. I'm studying
Next, Zhonghan.
studying biology in my free time, but now without you, it feels that the clock doesn't climb.
Chime. You see, you
Chimes.
realize that doesn't is spelled wrongly, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, okay, next, who's done? Today?
I wonder how you are up in heaven, because down here on earth, I still think of the times you and my dad gave me when you gave birth. In biology, I am studying things like genetic drift, but when I'm done with that topic, I go on to study auto
Genetic,
genetic shift.
you have completed today.
Thank you for reading my poem and happy Mother's Day.
Okay, thank you. Rolling.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I made you a poem on the next page. Or you can see what I'm doing when I learn biology during my free time. But if it's boring, go to the next page. Cellular respiration C6H12O6 plus.
Never mind, all this, you realize that, I want to see this. Happy Mother's Day. Even if I can no longer see you, but I still have one thing from you. That is your 23 chromosome you gave me. This is a boy. I think Jiraiya can be my witness that he and, in fact, he's older than Jiraiya by 1 year old, right? 1 or 2 years old, huh? Right. That time I think you're primary 4, they are primary 5. Right. So I think Reina is the boy. Okay, this is written by him. I shared with you last week, right, Wally, that this boy, you see, he wrote this poem. Especially say up in heaven, because down here on earth, I still think of the things you have and that gave me. So this is another poem, and another one is from Hao Xian. Hao Xian wrote this poem. But sorry, it's not this Hao Xian. It's another Hao Xian from Sec2. Okay, this boy is really different from this Hao Xian here. This Hao Xian here in this class is very good, very intelligent. That Hao Xian in that class, this is recording, who is really very notorious and naughty, but now he has changed. Hao Xian, can you read to the class? Represent Hao Xian.
Wait, I think I know this Hao Xian.
Huh?
I think I know this Hao Xian. He used to be one of my old classes.
Huh?
I think I know him.
You know him?
Yeah.
Another Hao Xian at the Sec2 boy, no?
I'm not sure if it's the same person, but it's the same name. So.
Yeah, is it the one very skinny now?
I have no idea, because he used to be in like the same web class as me, and then he never turned on his camera.
Wait. He normally don't turn on his camera. What classes were you with him?
I forgot. I just remember that he was in one of my classes.
You mean in Zoom class, is it?
Yeah, Zoom classes.
Or in JLC lah?
Yeah, I think it was in
What subject? Definitely not my
English,
English.
English as well.
Huh?
English as well.
That was many years ago, is it?
No, it was primary 5 or something.
That must be okay. Come, let's read. I think should
Happy
be
Mother's Happy Mother's Day is not just a day, not even a phrase that decay. Haven't even get your kids to obey, because we are proud of your work, but not just today. Every day you'll be working as hard as sweats. Every drip of sweat you will not regret. Hope these days you can rest well of these. So Mom, accept this Happy Mother's Day. Let us do the work. You've done much. Uncountable times you work 10 times as hard. Come home tired, still cooking for us. Doing chores while I play all day. Making sure I get the best day. Today is the opposite day. Why don't you rest a bit? Happy Mother's Day.
Yes. Well done. So these are all the poems by me. Okay. My superhero mothers. My mothers has lived a life with hardship and suffering. I know I will find all ways to make her feel wonderful. I hope you will take some time for a miracle to be happening. I hope day by day my mother will live a life more meaningfully. Okay, so continue your things first. When I choose another one for you. Continue the essay. Duraya, you have to send in the group chat now because I can't copy and paste like that now. Sorry, because I haven't turned on my WhatsApp. Okay, guys, please stop whatever you are. Zhonghan, thank you. Tomai. Okay, Tony, read this, please. Once upon a time. Let's go. Tony. Tony, can you hear
It's
me?
not loaded. I can't see. No, I cannot see it. Like, can you?
How about now?
It's still black. Yes.
Okay, come. Everyone can see, huh? Everyone can see, huh? Please pay attention to this, huh? Zhonghan can see, huh? Duraya can see, huh? Luolin can see, Hao Xuan, Xingyuan. Okay, go. Puting can, huh? Okay, go. Yibao can, huh? Go.
I'll read from the left.
Well, once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was a child ready to be born. One day, the child asked God, they tell me you are going to send me to Earth tomorrow, but how am I going to live there, being so small and helpless? God replied, among the many angels, I have chosen one for you. She will be waiting for you and will take care of you.
Thank you so
But said
much.
the child.
Wait, thank you so much. Back to you, Xingyuan.
But said the child, tell me in heaven I don't do anything else but sing and smile. That's what I need to be happy. God said, your angel will sing for you every day and you will feel your angel's love and be happy.
Thank you. Next, may I have Yibao?
And said the child, how am I going to be able to understand when people talk to me if I don't know the language that men talk? That's easy, God. Your angel, I will tell you the most beautiful and sweet words you will ever hear, and with much patience and care. Your angel, I will teach you how to speak.
Okay, thank you. May I have Zan?
The child looked up at God, saying, and what am I going to do when I want to talk to you? God smiled at the child, saying, your angel will place your hands together and will teach you how to pray.
Thank you. May I have Zhonghan? Your turn.
The child looked sad, saying, but I will always be sad because I will not see you anymore. God hugged the child. Your angel will always talk to you about me and will teach you the way to come back to me, even though I will always be next to you.
Thank you. Ziting.
At that moment, there was so much peace in heaven, but voices from earth could already be heard.
Let's go. Loading.
The child in a hurry asked softly, "Oh God, if I am about to leave now, please tell me my angel's name." God replied, "Your angel's name is of no importance. You will simply call her Mommy."
Yes, that's me and my mommy. Okay, that's me and my mommy. I think you maybe can see, cannot use. That's me and my mommy. Yeah, me and my mommy. Seriously, are we able to be like this now? Look, give me a minute. How about this one, this picture here? I think you all seen before, right? Do you want your mom to be like that next time? You want your mom like that? Because of your nonsense, you're immature, you're not motivating, you can't manage your life. Your mom has to EKE, eke a living for you. This is a real picture, a real picture that depicts how this poor mom have to suffer at this age of 80 plus to 90 years old, carrying a chunk of wood, which might be 20 kg. 20 kg. So every time when you think that you want to enjoy life, who is going to take care when they are aging? I think all these pictures are super powerful. Not just Mother's Day is coming around the corner, I show you all these pictures. But you can think about it. Seriously, it's your life. No, this one, another one. I think I just showed you randomly. This is another mother's who really suffers so much for this. See, I got so many pictures here. The last one. Hey, where's my last pictures? I always like to use these pictures to depict this one here. You realize got three mothers here. The first mother, the baby sniffing all the glue because he's going to repair the shoe, cobbler, the shoe. And this is the second mother. The third mother you cannot see here because the third mother is inside the shopping center buying a brand new pair of shoes for the son. But this one is, okay, the second mother is maybe they can still afford a bit of money, but they find that, okay, 那个鞋破了一点点 can glue it. This one don't even have a chance. Maybe the husband left her, cheated on her, or forced her to work in like these kind of conditions. And this is real picture, no? Tony, it's not bluff one. 不是我叫演员去拍去做. Okay, it's a real picture in China, in our daily lifestyle that you've seen. There are even worse pictures, like this one here. See? This one here. Okay, they are worse than that. Okay, just to share with you. Okay, guys. So I hope by looking at those pictures, and just now I asked you all to read that one, and Raina's the other students, they really have put in really a good efforts to want to do well in life. And I hope my voice a bit down because I have to control myself first. Because every time I see those pictures, it really breaks my heart. I use past and broke, not breaks. Broke already, gone already. When I can't have the feelings anymore until I only can say I pray for this mommy and those children. Some even their parents die, don't even have money to buy coffee for their parents. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is damn freaking ridiculous. I don't know how you feel, seriously. Okay, if you have a sense of understand responsibility, please don't do that. Okay, seriously, not worth it. Thanks, Zhongren. I just put your answer here. Dryer, can you type your answer here as well? Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue from where we stopped. So I hope those pictures has inspired you. Please, if you can, submit your Mother's Day's greeting to Uncle Raymond's so I can post and share and continue to keep it as one of the best. Like you see Rainer, okay, it's really inspired. Tony, you can see he's actually a special needs boy, but he really put in the efforts, and he feel very sad. When I read the poems, I feel very disheartening and bad for him. You just type, my dear, you just highlight your WhatsApp and then copy and paste it in the Zoom chat, right? 就是这样. You get me now? You copy, you send to me in the WhatsApp, right? So you need to do is like copy and then you come to the Zoom chat here and paste it. Don't send to me or send to everyone, so some of them can see, ma. Okay, most of them are not some, all of them, not most of them, sorry. Okay, so continue. We have Hao Xuan, Ziting, and Yi Bao. Honestly, Zhonghan, your introduction a bit short. I prepared this for 3 months. All my hard works and all the sweats finally paid off. But when I peek into the hall, my hips skip a bit. My hip or my heart? It should be my heart, right? Not my hip, right?
Sure, I think you spell his name wrong.
Okay, sorry. I used my utmost best to calm myself. What is your question number 3? Write about a time when you had to face the greatest fears. Too short, Zhonghan. Okay, too short. The reason why, Tony, is for all of you to type your introductions, is to show to your parents that you are also doing part of the homework here. Get it now? So you are also learning something, right? So that Uncle Raymond can at least help to analyze and check any mistake. Thank you, Dryer. So of course, when you complete your introductions, I expect you guys to complete your whole entire essay for me, lah. So Tony, the question you asked me, so how are you going to hand your homework? Simple. Like just now you saw Luo Ling, right? She wrote on a piece of paper, right? Then once you're done on a piece of paper, you use your handphone and scan to Uncle Raymond. Then I'll put in the Microsoft Word and enlarge it, and I'll mark, and then I'll put it there. Okay. So this is Luo Ling one. Thank you. Thanks for putting it here. So so Luo Ling, since you finished, how do you find just now the point about me and my mom, that one?
You and your mom, that one.
That point. It was not written by me. I modified here and there a bit, but it was taken by some others place. What do you think?
I feel like it was very touching because like some of us, like we don't really have our mothers with us right now, but like he still wrote a happy Mother's Day card to them, even though like they're not physically with you, but to you they're like mentally in your heart, in your mind. Yeah.
Because I can't read, no, I
It's
can't
very
read to you, no, just now. So that's why I asked you to read. So what you say is true, mentally not free, because one day your parents might leave you, as in leave you in the sense that maybe you staying in another country or another place far away. Like correct now, like your parents cannot see their parents, like, because they are staying in other countries. So because of 为了 EKE, 为了三餐而生, so to make a better life for you. Knowing that this is a country that will give you a platform to be a leader, a platform to shine, a platform like a raw diamond to become a very shining, prosperous diamonds. That is my duty, not to score A1s, but to make sure that you love to study. Once you have the passion to study, once you have the passion to sit down and look through the books and start to analyze, to solve problem, while you are there already. 对吗, Rodney? You are there already. So it's no point to teach you get A1, but you do not have the heart to study. Then don't come to my class. Seriously, don't come. It's waste of money. Okay, thank you, Tony. I received your answer. Thank you. But like I say, The best introductions may not be very long, but my ideal is about 4 to 5 sentences if you can. Right, Yibao, thank you so much for submitting. Of course, you have the right not to submit. You can say, Uncle Raymond, I got no more to do now. Fine, I respect you, but do respect your parents. Okay, just for the sake, even you now tell me I got no inspiration. Hey, force yourself a bit lah, okay? Because the more you write, honestly, your parents will live even a much longer life. What could you do with my writing and my parents' life? Because the more you write means you're interested in your study, you want to earn more money, you want to make your parents' life more happiest, more healthiest, more harmonious. And that's where you want to generate more income to give them, bring them for a trip, for overseas, buy good food, right? Fair, when you were young, your parents buy good things for you. Now it's time for you, when you get older, you buy good things for your parents, right? Thank you, Sian. Do you do this in other class or not? Like that? Like
the
now,
teacher will ask you to write the introduction.
something like that. Got it.
Not really, because if he would ask us to write, he would just ask us to write the essay like that. Yeah, like he will say how it's supposed to be, like the formatting. Like he will say, oh, the hook. He'll give us an idea of how to write the whole essay, and then we have to write it according to how he likes it. But we can also give our own ideas, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you. Sian, do you have last time got teacher ask you to do like that introduction?
No.
Okay, thank you. How about this one? Xingyuan, eh?
Huh?
Have you ever done this before in other classes, or this is the first time you do like that?
I think this is the first time.
Okay, Hazel, you're not here because Hazel computer is down. Okay, all of you submit your answer already, right? Very, very grateful to all of you. Do you know by doing this, actually, Tony, you actually, you know, 听过那个七步诗吗？中文煮豆燃豆豉, right? 7 steps you must come out in order not to let your brother chop off your head. That's how 背跟曹仁. Same thing. The reason why I want to train my student like that, less than about few minutes, you come out your introduction fast. So Tony, every time, do you realize that every time when you do any essay, no matter how good you are, you always have difficulty to start off your introduction. Correct, Tony? You'll find, wow, how to write, so many things, right? How to hook the questions. This is where I want to beef up my students, my leaders like you all, to beef up immediately. You can come out the introductions. Then the rest, you will be very smooth with it. So from now on, children, seriously, all right? If you don't attend my future lessons or you continue, I will do these type of things, because I feel that I want my students, even face-to-face class, I will make sure 5 minutes they have to submit this. Children, when you go to the real world, your boss will tell you, Tony, 第一陣間唔該你俾我個 some idea 啦。如果you don't tell your boss, say, okay, tomorrow. Then he say, Tony, go and fly kite. No need to come to school, come to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? I pay you 10,000, you tell me tomorrow. You die still have to find ways. You're going to get your team to come. Hey. Boss say want to have some idea now, urgent. Okay, come, let's brainstorm. Even the ideas may not be so good, you have to come out immediately. So last night, I have a meeting with my boss for pop-in. This one, pop-in. Until 1 a.m. So we have to come up, brainstorm idea. Hey, Raymond, how are you going to bring this, the summer market next month? We have City Square. How to set up all these things, how to get vendors, how to create the vibes, how to create to get people in to sell, what kind of products. The staff not enough, and staff are resigning, and because they're going back to school. You see, now you understand why I'm asking you to do the introductions. Because in real world, you don't do introduction like that. In real world, you have to switch your brain and start to analyze it. Okay, I don't have this, the 5M. I call it the 5M. I do not have the money now. I need the material. I need the manpower. I need the management to decide. I need the machine to start to run the things. In real world, these are the 5 major M. Okay, and Tony, this 5M is actually the art of war. 孙子兵法. Okay, so this is why I want to share. And of course, by right, if time permits, I want the conclusion as well to give you the brief of this. Okay. Okay, I know some of you. Okay, I say first. Okay, I will go through this next week. I say first. Because I know some of you are going to have exam the next few days, so I do not want to take up your time. All right. So next lesson, we're going to play some games. What we call the compass, the tic-tac-toe. Is it tic-tac-toe or leadership? Okay, never mind. Thank you so much. I hope you will enjoy the lesson. And I seriously, those of you who are having exam, please do not do my homework. Study your exam first. Those of you who have finished, of course, continue. Rolling, I leave it to you. If you want to do another essay, fine. You don't want to do, just be it. Enjoy yourself for a while and maybe spend some time on those subjects that you're not strong at. Right? I don't use the word bad. I don't use the word that is weak. I say some subjects that are not strong at. Okay?